What's up, everyone? I'm the Slash Movie Reviewer, and everyone else is doing it, so why not? Here's my list of the top 10 best movies of 2012. Now, keep in mind, I didn't review a lot of these films. Same will go with my worst list, but personally, I either did not get to see them, or I saw them late, or I watched them last night. So, here we go. Number 10, Arthur Christmas. Wow, what a delightful Christmas movie. And this movie blew me by surprise. I did not expect it to be this good. I expected it to be good, like I always expect a movie to be, but nothing to rush off my head or especially put in my top 10 list. But this movie is perfect for little ones and adults, and it will put you in the Christmas spirit easily. It's an amazing movie. And really good animation, and I really liked it. I laughed so hard. Old Santa is absolutely the best, and he really steals the show. And there's a couple of good gags here and there, especially referring to a previous time with Old Santa. And that was just really funny, and I laughed out loud, and it really earns a good sentimental heart towards the end that it easily puts it on my list. Number 9 is a movie that really blew me by surprise and had me gripping and exhilarating, and that is Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Rise of the Planet of the Apes owns. This movie is amazing, and I was so surprised to see this movie and be so shocked. This movie left me jaw-dropping. Andy Serkis was phenomenal. This movie was about Andy Serkis. James Franco was in this movie also, and Tom Felton was in this movie, but it was Andy Serkis who owns this movie, and I really hope he'll get some sort of Oscar nomination. I doubt he'll win, but he needs to be recognized because he was phenomenal as Caesar, and I cannot wait, and for the first time ever, I want a sequel to this movie. The funniest movie of the year, and that is Bridesmaids. I've seen this movie multiple times, and it still makes me laugh. I absolutely love this. This is definitely, I think, Kirsten Wiig's star-making role, showing her that she has the power of the star lead, and that she isn't no supporting actress. And this movie is absolutely hilarious. By far the best comedy of the year. Had me laughing out loud, gagging, all of it, and I think a few comedies could really take some notes from this. I was just, looking around, wanting to find something to watch, and I stumbled across this movie mainly because it had Jennifer Lawrence, and I heard about how it had to deal with true events, really, that portrayed in Mel Gibson's life, dealing with feelings Mel Gibson was having, and this movie was absolutely amazing. It's directed by Jodie Foster, and Jodie Foster also stars. It also has Anton Yelchin and the beautiful and smart Jennifer Lawrence. So this movie was just great. It really captivating. It was very, very emotional, and I just had a good time watching it, and I loved it. It's surprising that a movie about Mel Gibson talking through a puppet would be so inspiring, yet so emotional, yet so satisfying, just so involving. It would be this entertaining and this good, but I was really surprised and really blown away by the Beaver. Now, my dad has been giving me crap for this because he thinks it's easily his favorite film of the year. But for personally, I was very shocked by how awesome this movie was, and that's The Help. I mean, The Help is just a good movie. It is just a good drama. We like to call it a good drama. And it is a movie that deals with serious topics, but also added some comedy and some interesting situations, dealing with like commodes and Minnie's famous homemade chocolate pie, and just everyone giving electric powerhouse performances, especially from Octavia Spencer and Viola Davis. Sissy Spacek I thought was really cool in this movie also. So, and who doesn't love themselves some Emma Stone? So this movie is just great, and it really, I did state how it's a little long, and it is still a little long, but it's just such a great movie, and it really transports you back into the time frame, and I absolutely loved it. not a huge sports fan. I just don't really grasp it, really. But I do love me sports movie. But you don't have to be a sports fan to love Warrior. Easily one of the best sports movies I've seen in a long time, may even ever. This movie was powerful, and it really deals with serious issues like family and conflict and trying to bring them together. And you know what? I'm not a fan of boxing. As a matter of fact, it kind of terrifies me, people hitting themselves. But this movie was just so good, and I loved it. Number 4 is Martin Scorsese's love letter to film, and that is Hugo. Hugo took my breath away and didn't give it back to me until the movie was over. Now, it may not have the best pacing for little ones, but for us film lovers, we dug Hugo. I absolutely loved it. You know, it really earns its sentimental values towards the end, and everyone in the movie is great. It's just, you could tell that this was more than just another movie by Martin Scorsese. This was a passion project that he would really just wanted to share his love for movies and cinema, and it was so touching and so heartfelt, and some of the best use of 3D that you will ever see. Now, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is actually possibly one of my favorite actors. It's definitely one of my favorite actors. And, you know, and I love Seth Rogen. He's a funny dude. And kudos to him for making this movie, because this movie really, really sold me. It deals with such a serious topic as cancer, but it adds a flavor of humor to it by not exceeding it and making just a flat-out comedy. It also has serious drama, and it really earns its sentimental. And I'm not going to say if I got mushy or not, but I will state that there is a very emotional level in this film, dealing with our main guy, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's a really resonating topic, and it's funny, and it's sweet at the same time, just making it absolutely all the more perfect film that you should definitely check it out if you haven't already. Number 2, another love letter to cinema, and that is Super 8. I love this film from beginning to end. I love Steven Spielberg, and when you put J.J. Abrams in the directing chair, you know you're going to get something spectacular. And Super 8 was just that. It was spectacular. I was transported back into a time where Jurassic Park and Indiana Jones and E.T. and all these great movies were coming out that I didn't get to see in the theaters, and it was just a love letter to good old-fashioned movie making. This film is a good movie, not just for Potter fans, but for everyone. People who are not Potter fans will love this movie. It is just that good of a movie. You don't have to be a fanboy to love this movie. This movie is just so epic and grand scale and just magical, and it was unlike anything I've really witnessed. Seeing this in the midnight screening with all my Potter fans, and it's a memory I will have to last forever, because I know I'll never get to relive it. That's my top 10 list. This list was extremely hard. I kept rewriting and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting and rewriting, and I couldn't make up my mind. There was Source Code, there was the Adjustment Bureau, there was Like Crazy. I was really tempted. Like Crazy is easily probably my number 11 spot. I mean, it's just so many good movies came out this year, and it was just so hard for me to pick. X-Men First Class. You know, I didn't review a lot of these movies because I saw them late or I saw them last night, but I did eventually see them, and I highly recommend you check them out. And definitely stay tuned for my worst list. Definitely planning on putting out some rage for that. So yes, cannot wait for 2012. Cannot wait. And yeah, till next time, I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and you guys just been slashed.